check out BigBadToyStore.com for this and other great toys. Okay, so what's blue and red and has lots of guns? Him? Okay, that's not so much a joke, it's just a fact.
Hey, what's up, YouTube land? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Generations Deluxe Class SKIDS. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Again, as usual, not a lot going on back here because there's no comic book. Here's SKIDS looking all skidsy, yes, thrilling 30, all that stuff. Autobot SKIDS, because that makes it legal. On this side, picture, symbols. On the back, you got your tech specs. If you want to read it, of course, you have your obligatory product shot and your bio if you want to read that. And that's basically it for the packaging. So moving right along, here we have SKIDS and what the packaging is calling his cruiser mode. And it's a nice little car mode. Very nice little blue car. That looks good. It does look good. The windshield is a fingerprint magnet, but it looks really good. Got some nice details going on here. Nice silver paint apps with some red going on there up front, and even a little bit of yellow. And you got the red rims going on there. You got the blue and white stripes going down the sides. Some red tail lights. And it's nice. It's a nice mold. The underside, you can see his hands right there and his toes, but no visible head syndrome. You can't see his head. So, yeah, very nice. Nice little tampographed Autobot symbol right there. And yeah, it's a nicely done little car mode. Very nice, very compacted. It works. It looks really good. Very SKIDS-esque, and rolls very well, as rolling things should. And yeah, I like it. I like it very much. Now, for comparison, here he is with Generations Bumblebee. And you can see how they match up, and you can see that SKIDS is quite a bit, shorter than Bumblebee. Wider, but shorter. You can see how they look together. And a lot of people have been saying that this alt mode reminds them of Prime Rumble, so just for the heck of it, here is Prime Rumble. And yeah, it's close. It's close. Definitely close. Pretty much the same size, too. Coincidence? I think not. It probably is, but And of course, packaged in with the figure, you do get the SKIDS comic book with nice piece of artwork there. And it's funny because I just read this comic. I just read the actual regular release of this comic book right here, which is More Than Meets the Eye number 22. And yeah, I literally just read this like last week. And I love this cover with Swerve holding a toy of Rung, and he's got the instructions sitting at his feet. Because in this episode, well, I guess you can call it an episode, but in this issue, we find out what Rung transforms into. That's the whole, a good chunk of the episode. I keep wanting to call it an episode. A good chunk of the issue is them trying to figure out what Rung transforms into, and it's funny. It's funny. Love More Than Meets the Eye. Very good comic. If you haven't read it, you really should. And if you get SKIDS, you're gonna get one issue of it. So it's very cool. I like it. I love the artwork. The story is just really good. I just dig it. There's SKIDS right there. Looking all heroic and stuff. But yeah, good comic. Love the little group photo here. I love that. That's cool. I can make good cell phone wallpaper. But yeah, there you got your comic. And again, we'll get back to SKIDS, who is a little blue car that rolls. And he also comes with weapons. He comes with 2 weapons. He comes with this little gun, which is little, and has a little cylinder ammo clip thing. I forget what that's called. So he has that, and he also has a bigger rifle type weapon. And for storage and vehicle mode, he has ports on either side here, so you can take them and plug them in. Right there, like that. So you can shoot and drive at the same time. Why not? Dare I say, why not? This, you know, at this point, they don't know what to do with the weapons. They're like, oh, just plug them on the side or plug them up top. Even if it looks ridiculous. Whatever, but there we go. So let's get down to transformation. So we're going to start off by untabbing these doors here and bringing this whole panel up on this hinge right there, like that. Bring those up and out of the way. And I think we'll get started with his legs. So you're going to take his legs and just extend... Well, no, we don't want to do that yet. And just bring them down on this hinge right here. And you want to push this panel right here past this gap. You want to push it... See if I can split the legs so I'll make it easier for you to see what I'm doing. You want to push this panel past this gap right here. You want it to go past it like that. Because that's the proper orientation. When you actually get them in the package, it's actually like this, and that's wrong. You want to push it past that gap, right there. After you do that, you want to take this side piece here with the wheel and bring that down. Bring this toe down, and actually will clip into place. Rotate it, and there you have a leg. Second verse, same as the first. Take the foot, break it down, bring down the toe, clip it into place, rotate it, and there you have his legs done. Now you're going to come here, you're going to untab his arms, and you'll see that his arms are actually on these little pin hinges right there, and you're just going to straighten the arm out, just like that. That straightens everything out. Then you're going to come here, you're going to bring that whole roof section, you're going to bring it up, get that out of the way. Take the waist, rotate it 180. Like so. It actually does kind of, it doesn't click into place, but there's definitely a point where it just kind of, it just falls into place. Like it just kind of, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but, you know, like it just kind of, it just kind of thumps into place. Like it just, you know. So, I mean, it's not restrictive or anything. I mean, you can still, you know, move his waist around, but it's just kind of a little subtle locking position right there. And for some reason, paint always falls off of this guy when I'm transforming him. And I don't even know where it's coming from. It's coming from somewhere, but paint always chips off. Every time. And I have no idea where that's coming from. No idea whatsoever. Eventually I'll find out because there'll be a big bald spot on him. And there'll be a hair on him. But, okay, where are we? Alright, now you got to take these side pieces here of the car, split them, and bring them out like that. Once you do that, take this whole hood section, bring it down. Now take this panel and rotate it like that, revealing the head. And you're just going to collapse it all in like that. And then you're going to come back here, you're going to take this windshield section, untab that, and just bring it down in between these door pieces. And then you're going to take these wings, rotate them up like that, and then you can bring this whole assembly up, and that will lock in right there. And you also want to bring his knees back at least one click, maybe two, but just one click. It's actually kind of on that faux ratchet joint. For the sake of stability, you do want to click those legs forward, because otherwise he won't stand properly like mine is right now. I think 2 clicks back makes him just a bit more stable. But once you do all that, and again, things just tend to want to fall backwards on this table. I'm going to have to level this table. I think this table just dips backwards enough that everything doesn't want to stand straight. It's not the figure's fault. I think it's actually my table's fault. But there you go. Now he's standing. And there you have Skids in his robot mode. And very cool. Very nicely done. And before you start talking about what I forgot to do, wait for it. I'm going to show that off in a second. To the people who don't finish watching the video before you start commenting. I'm going to get to it. Give me a minute. But I know who you are. I know who you are. But let's get in close here on the head sculpt. Very nice. No light piping, unfortunately, but still a nice head sculpt nonetheless. And a very cool overall design. Really do dig it. Looks cool. He does kind of have these big pieces just hanging off his shins there, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. You know, the backpack is nice and compact. There's not a lot of junk hanging off of him. He's a nicely done robot. Very nice representation of SKIDS. Now, one problem that I think every SKIDS has had, and I think this is just a widespread problem. I think this is literally everyone, because I've had people on Twitter tell me that I bought 5 SKIDS and all of them had this problem. So I think it's literally just people in the factory just got things swapped up. It's about his hips. Apparently, his hips are assembled backwards. So the left is on the right is on the left. It's an easy fix, I mean, and you'll notice it right away. When you get this figure, if you can't move his leg forward, then the hips are not where they're supposed to be. The hips are swapped. So you want to be able to do this. When you take your SKIDS out of the box, if you can't do this, then you have to do the fix for it. And it's literally just a case of just, pop his leg off and just pop the hip piece off. Whoop. And almost punch yourself in the face with a camera. Anyway, that's not part of the process. But basically, you're just going to pop off the leg, pop off the hip, swap them, put it all back together, and then you'll be fine. There you go. And then SKIDS should be able to move his legs forward, like he should. So, just a little word of warning when you get this figure, that you probably will have to swap those hips around because they will most likely be misassembled. But anyway, other than that, very cool figure. Articulation-wise, his head is on the ball joint. I believe so. Yeah, it is on a ball joint. It's a little limited. I mean, you can look up, you can look down. No real side-to-side movement. Very slight. Of course, it can rotate. Shoulders are on a ball joint. They are quite limited in their range. I mean, he could pretty much only put his arm out that far, which kind of sucks. He can't rotate his arm. The wings kind of get in the way, but he can rotate his arms. But yeah, the shoulders are definitely quite limited in their range, but whatever, it's not the end of the world. Elbows are on a ball joint. You do get your waist joint. Hips are on a ball joint. Once you have them in the right place, they move nice and freely. You do get a thigh swivel. You do get, that came undone. You do get an actual ratcheting knee joint. And you do get your feet on the ball joint. You can get some good movement there, some good tiltage. You could have him break his ankle, and even a toe joint. So you can get some decent poses out of him. Even despite the arms being a little limited in their range, I mean, you can still get some pretty good poses out of him if you can get him to stand. It would have been nice if he had a little more of a heel spur. If you notice, like, all of his feet are facing forward. There's nothing really back here to hold him up. The only real complaint I have is that he needs a little more of a heel spur. Maybe if this piece here just kind of, flipped down or something. He needed a bit more of a heel spur. But other than that, he's still a cool figure. Now, as you see, SKIDS right now has no real armaments. No real armament. And you look at the picture here on the cover of the comic, and you're like, wait a second, he has all kinds of guns everywhere. Where's all this happening? What's going on here? Well, how you do that is you want to come here to this panel right here on the front bumper. You got to bring that down, and you reveal shoulder missile pods, which is awesome. Just rotate that all the way down like that, and now he's got his shoulder missile pods. And then you bring down the backpack here, and he has these guns, which are on a clip. These guns are actually they're spring loaded, which is cool. But I I don't think there's any way to actually activate that mechanism. I haven't seen anything. And I've been messing around with this guy to see if there's some point in the transformation where that gets triggered. I don't know. So far, the only thing I've been able to figure out is you just put your finger there, push them, and they'll flip up on their own. But once you do that, you bring the backpack back up, and now he has all of his armaments. And that is awesome. That is really cool. And if that wasn't enough, he has these double arm cannons here that you can flip up, and they're geared together. So when you move one, the other one moves in tandem with it. So you can flip those up. And now he's got even more guns. That's right, more guns. If that wasn't enough, he's got these two guns. So he can hold one. He can hold the other. And now he's totally armed to the teeth. And one cool thing is you can actually take these weapons and you can combine them. You just take it and just plug the small one into the larger one. And you'll see here that there's a port and a slot right here. So basically, you see there's a little tab right there under the barrel, so you know which end goes up and which end goes down. Plug them together, and now you have an extra mega death rifle of justice, and you can hold that. So now Skids is armed to the teeth and ready to kill anything in his wake. And that's pretty cool. And this arm likes to droop a little bit. I'm going to have to try to tighten that up. But, yeah, he's a very cool figure. Really, really liking him. And having trouble getting him to stand. Again, I think it's just my table. I think this table just pitched backwards. I'll have to level it. But, stand, man, stand. Why doesn't he have heel spurs? He needs heel spurs. But, there you go. Wait a second, let me see if bring this knee back one more click helps at all. No, that doesn't help at all. Wait a second. Wait a second, people. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. I will get him to stand. You will stand. You will stand for yourself. You will stand for what you believe in. And you will stand for me. Because I am your Lord and Master. See, I told you. Now, for comparison, here he is with Generations Bumblebee. So you can see how they look together. And here he is with Trail Cutter. So you get a sense of how they stack up, and they stack up pretty well. And here he is with Orion Pax. Some more of the IDW line. And here he is with Waspinator, his wave mate. And Waspinator's awesome! Love Waspinator. Waspinator can fly! Oh, God. I can't even look at Waspinator without having to do the voice. I have to do it. I have to. But as far as Skids goes, very cool figure. Very nicely done. It does suck that you have to fix him right out of the box with a hip swap, but whatever. It's an easy fix. It'll take you a couple seconds. But still, cool figure. Really like it. Definitely worth picking up if you see him. I think he's definitely a very well done figure. Like I said, the only thing you can really benefit from is just a heel spur, because he really has no heels. But other than that, I think it's a very well done figure and a nice representation of Skids. I like him. 2 thumbs up from me. I think he's definitely worth a pickup. So I think that's it for this, guys. So don't forget to check out EmGames, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Transformers Generations Deluxe Class Skids, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Hey, Bumblebee. I found this Insecticon roaming around the ship. Don't call Waspinator Insecticon. That's racist. And Waspinator already told you. Bumblebot invited Waspinator over for nachos. Whoa, Skids, it's all right, man. He's here with me. He's here as my guest. Really? Yeah, really. He's cool. Oh, well, In that case, my apologies. I'll just leave you be. Just stop hovering around people's glasses, okay? This is annoying and kind of weird. So, my apologies. Sorry. As you were.
Oh, that was close. Waspinator thought Mean Bluebot was going to destroy Waspinator.
Hey, it's okay, man. Don't worry about it. I don't know what it is. For some reason, if you have yellow on you, people just think you're annoying. Welcome to the club.